Good morning, all. I just realised that I was wondering why I didn't hear the beep because I didn't have my headset. So, good morning. It is the 28th day of fasting November for me. I've continued to fast intermittently and eat keto. So, I don't eat any carbs. I had one moment in the middle of the month where I had two really small sausage rolls. And the reason I'm avoiding carbs is so that I won't spike my insulin over the month. And the fasting, I was kind of hoping for more weight loss. It hasn't really happened. And then I had my women's thing, which is just finishing. So you put on a little bit of weight for that. And you can't really fast the week before that because you need a little bit of extra nutrition and stuff like that. So fasting for a woman is a little bit more complex is not really the right word, but we'll use it for the sake of clarity. It's a little bit more complex because you do have these bodily functions that you have to look after, and if you come into your menstruation or your period, you do need more nutrition before it. So you can't really fast that week, or you shouldn't really, So I didn't eat carbs, but I did increase my eating window. So I ate more nuts and cheese and eggs and that kind of stuff. I am quite vegetarian. I used to be a vegetarian years ago, but I'm quite vegetarian in my food. I tend to eat like raw vegetables. Sometimes I have cooked. I only eat the cruciferous vegetables, so I eat Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and usually I microwave frozen broccoli, frozen cauliflower, frozen. Sometimes I throw in some peas, which is actually much higher in carbs. Now, they're considered carbohydrates, vegetables, but because they have such a high fiber content, the net carbs is very low. So when you're dealing with keto, you tend to not count them. I put them in my 5 to 20 grams. So I allow myself 5 to 20 grams of carbs a day. I generally keep it under 5, and that's when I have the vegetables. So the vegetables, now I do eat I have introduced some red colored peppers for the winter. So I've these tiny little sweet peppers you get in they're like, little tiny little bell peppers, yellow, orange, and red. So I just introduced them to have a little bit of that extra nutrients for the winter months, but I don't have them that often. So I would literally bite on one of those, have a couple of slices of cheese, have some nuts. So that would be my meal. I find myself completely satisfied. I have no sugar cravings. My blood sugar I know is low. And that means also then my insulin is low. So my big thing, even though I started fasting in November for weight loss to get ready for Christmas, my big thing really is to avoid the hyperinsulinemia, is to avoid the constant spiking of your insulin, even with a small amount of carbs. So let's say you have overnight oats or porridge or something in the morning, that is spiking your insulin early in the day. My rule is a zero spike in the morning. If you're going to have carbs, have them in the evening. But I don't have any and I have had none apart from those two tiny sausage rolls in the whole month of November, and I feel amazing, even though I really haven't lost that much weight. Now that's a big learning for me. I've said it in previous videos, is that your exercise level does matter, and it's something I didn't really think about because all along in keto, I was doing a lot more exercise and I was maintaining a good weight. Whereas in the last few months, the weather has been it's an excuse really. I should be out. I've been a bit lazy, and I was not walking. I was not like out pounding the pavement. I was averaging 10,000 steps a day. Now I'm averaging, I'd say, under 2,000 steps. One day I had 200 steps, I think, on a weekend. So I can be a complete slob, which is one of the things I actually like about myself too. I can be very chill, and I think it's important to have a good mix. But when I'm going, I can really, really go well. So I could do 20,000 steps, no problem. So you do need the exercise for the weight loss, if that's what you're concerned about. Now, I got my bloods done on Monday. I should be getting the results today. I will do tomorrow's video on 29th will be on that. That is my blood results since going on ketogenic diet. I'm now on my third set of blood results. My cardiovascular risk, cancer risk, all these risks have gone down, down, down. My inside of my body is functioning so well. I also take supplements. The reason I take supplements is that I feel like my diet, I just don't have time. I wish I had time to have this superb diet. I am literally eating on the hoof a lot of the time, and I don't have time. So I have to say to myself, what's the next best thing? So supplementation is the next best thing. I am careful with my supplements. I do not overdose on something, say like vitamin D. I don't overdose on vitamin D, which is what some people do. They think they take extra tablets. There are tablets you can take extra of because your body will excrete the excess. But say something like vitamin D, your body doesn't excrete it and it can be actually dangerous. So just do your research on your supplements. I have done my research on my supplements, and my supplements across the board, I have another video on that, are really, really good. Definitely, you must take some kind of oil. If you don't want to take omega-3 fish oil, which is one of the ones I take, I actually take a shot of extra virgin olive oil every morning. It's the one from Lidl. It's about $4.99. It's actually pretty expensive. It's quite sour. You're bitter. Ugh. You need that. That is exactly the olive oil that you need. You need the one that when you drink it, it's extra virgin olive oil. When you drink it, it's at the back of your throat. You want to gag. That is really good for you. Your brain, most people's brains are actually suffering because they are not getting enough good fats. Your brain is frantic for good fats. I'm not talking about vegetable oil. I'm talking about extra virgin olive oil. So if you don't take an omega-3 supplement, which is what I take, you need your eyesight as well. There's loads of things. You need good fats. So I just drink a shot of extra virgin olive oil. I also actually take a shot of apple cider vinegar for my stomach because I find that you have way less bloating, that kind of stuff. Not that I get much bloating on the ketogenic diet, you don't have much bloating, but if there is any trouble, I find that wonderful. So you put a tiny little bit of apple cider vinegar into some water and shoot it back so it doesn't touch your teeth. You know, I have people that they're really sipping on it. I'm like, no, it's really bad for your teeth. It's really bad for your enamel. I want to keep my teeth nice and perfect as far as I can. So I literally throw it back. I keep my mouth wide open. I throw it back down my throat, but don't have too high a concentration of apple cider vinegar because it is an acid. At the end of the day, you will notice a difference. Yeah, so the last couple of mornings now I've been out. I've been getting up at 5 and going out for a walk, and I do actually find that I feel good. But it's not for everybody. Look, getting up in the morning. See, when I come home, I turn into a slob. I'm like the big brown bear that lives in the cave. When I come home from work, I'm like, I just can't function. I must be a morning person. So I decided I'd have to switch it around because I was doing no walking. So I get up at 5 and then go for a walk, half an hour. That's all I do, a half an hour. And I fast in the morning until 1 o'clock. I was fasting until 6 p.m., but actually it suits me better to stop fasting at 1 o'clock and have something to eat. So I think for weight loss, I need to fast for longer. I need to go for 36 hours. I will be fasting now. I will be continuing fasting November into fasting December. So I'm going to go till probably between the 15th and 23rd of December. I can't decide what date yet, but that's what I'm going to do. So if anybody wants to join me, we still have a full month to actually get going. And I can promise you the level of energy I have, the brain function, the clarity, the incredible feeling of energy and just life and vibrancy is unreal. And I will be tearing the arse out of it for Christmas. I will be having all the drinks I want and all the food I want and as many carbs as I want. But I wanted to get ready for the winter and Christmas so that I would be fully able. Actually, happy Thanksgiving. I think it's 28, isn't it? Happy Thanksgiving. I live in Ireland. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but happy Thanksgiving to you guys because what a wonderful day of celebration. And you're kind of lucky it's on a Thursday, so I'm sure some of you have managed to get the Friday off. Or maybe you have the Friday, maybe that's your bank holiday, I'm not sure. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your food. What a lovely celebration and a nice lift in the darkness of winter. So anyway, I'll talk to you soon. I have some shorts. I have TikTok. Please like, share, and subscribe if you want to. And if you like it, it helps me. And make a comment. It really helps the algorithm when I get a comment. And just keep going because it's so much better on this side. It's almost like, I always say it's like the upside down. I don't know if any of you are Stranger Things fans, but when you discover there's another world that's been living parallel to your world, and there was, where the gatekeepers are the medical are people that are not telling you that there is this fantastic, energetic, healthy life of stress-free that you can have, and it seems to be over there, and nobody told us. And the food pyramid is a load of waffle. Like, I was the food pyramid. I was the food pyramid. I was like, oh, carbs, 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 mainly carbs. And the lack of nutrients I had. Like, now I realize how lacking in nutrients I was. More than even more people. I had a terrible diet. Hyperinsulinemia was my middle name. But anyway, we'll talk more about it. I will do my next video, hopefully, on my bloods if I get them back today. Take care. Bye. Have a lovely day.